Number 1. Have a cup of coffee, tea. It means to drink a cup of coffee or tea.
Let's have a cup of coffee together. Let's have a cup of coffee together. She likes to have a cup of tea nightly. She likes to have a cup of tea nightly. They had a cup of coffee while chatting. They had a cup of coffee while chatting.
Number 2. Have a sip of. It means to take a small mouthful of a drink.
Have a sip of this fresh orange juice. Have a sip of this fresh orange juice. He had a sip of water during the run. He had a sip of water during the run. She had a sip of the hot soup. She had a sip of the hot soup.
Number 3. Have a taste of. It means to try a small amount of food to see what it's like.
You should have a taste of this cake. You should have a taste of this cake. I had a taste of the sauce to check seasoning. I had a taste of the sauce to check seasoning. They had a taste of the local cuisine. They had a taste of the local cuisine.
Number 4. Have lunch, breakfast, dinner, or a snack. It means to eat a meal or a light amount of food.
I usually have lunch at 12 o'clock. I usually have lunch at 12 o'clock. They had a quick snack before the meeting. They had a quick snack before the meeting. She likes to have breakfast in the garden. She likes to have breakfast in the garden.
Number 5. Have a commitment to. It means to be dedicated or obligated to something.
He has a commitment to his family's business. He has a commitment to his family's business. We have a commitment to quality and service. We have a commitment to quality and service. She made a commitment to exercise daily. She made a commitment to exercise daily.
Number 6. Give a speech. It means to deliver a formal address to an audience.
The principal will give a speech at assembly. The principal will give a speech at assembly. She gave a speech at her graduation ceremony. She gave a speech at her graduation ceremony. He's nervous about giving a speech tomorrow. He's nervous about giving a speech tomorrow.
Number 7. Give a presentation. It means to present information to an audience, often in a formal setting.
Next week, I have to give a presentation for class. Next week, I have to give a presentation for class. They gave a successful presentation to the company. They gave a successful presentation to the company. She's preparing to give a presentation on her project. She's preparing to give a presentation on her project.
Number 8. Give attention to. It means to focus or concentrate on something.
You should give attention to your homework. You should give attention to your homework. The teacher gives attention to each student in class. The teacher gives attention to each student in class. He gave attention to the details of the plan. He gave attention to the details of the plan.
Number 9. Give advice. It means to offer suggestions or recommendations about what someone should do.
My parents always give good advice. My parents always give good advice. Can you give me some advice on this? Can you give me some advice on this? She gave her friend advice about traveling. She gave her friend advice about traveling.
Number 10. Give a sigh of relief. It means to express relief through a long, deep breath.
Everyone gave a sigh of relief after the exams. Everyone gave a sigh of relief after the exams. He gave a sigh of relief when he heard the news. He gave a sigh of relief when he heard the news. She gave a sigh of relief when her team won. She gave a sigh of relief when her team won.
Number 11. Make an operation. It means to perform a surgical procedure. Usually, we say, perform an operation.
The doctors made an operation to remove the appendix. The doctors made an operation to remove the appendix. They will make an operation on his heart tomorrow. They will make an operation on his heart tomorrow. She made an operation and saved the patient's life. She made an operation and saved the patient's life.
Number 12. Make notes. It means to write down important information to help remember it.
During the lecture, I make notes on my laptop. During the lecture, I make notes on my laptop. She made notes in her book while reading. She made notes in her book while reading. It's helpful to make notes while studying. It's helpful to make notes while studying.
Number 13. Make a loss. It means to lose money in a business or activity.
The business made a loss this year. The business made a loss this year. He made a loss on his investment. He made a loss on his investment. Selling at such low prices caused them to make a loss. Selling at such low prices caused them to make a loss.
Number 14. Make someone laugh. It means to cause someone to laugh.
He always knows how to make me laugh. He always knows how to make me laugh. The clown made all the children laugh. The clown made all the children laugh. Her jokes can make anyone laugh. Her jokes can make anyone laugh.
Number 15. Make an investment. It means to invest money in something to earn a profit.
I want to make an investment in the stock market. I want to make an investment in the stock market. They made an investment in a new business venture. They made an investment in a new business venture. Making an investment can be risky but profitable. Making an investment can be risky but profitable.
Number 16. Do damage. It means to cause harm or injury to someone or something.
The storm did damage to many houses in town. The storm did damage to many houses in town. Scratching your eye can do damage to it. Scratching your eye can do damage to it. The leaked chemicals did damage to the environment. The leaked chemicals did damage to the environment.
Number 17. Do an experiment. It means to perform a scientific procedure to test a hypothesis.
In science class, we will do an experiment today. In science class, we will do an experiment today. She did an experiment with plant growth and light. She did an experiment with plant growth and light. They're doing an experiment to understand chemical reactions. They're doing an experiment to understand chemical reactions.
Number 18. Do harm. It means to cause injury, damage, or negative effects.
Smoking can do harm to your lungs. Smoking can do harm to your lungs. He didn't mean to do harm with his words. He didn't mean to do harm with his words. Overworking can do harm to your health. Overworking can do harm to your health.
Number 19. Do one's hair. It means to style or arrange one's hair.
She spends 30 minutes doing her hair each morning. She spends 30 minutes doing her hair each morning. He did his hair before going on the date. He did his hair before going on the date. I need to do my hair before the party. I need to do my hair before the party.
Number 20. Do the ironing. It means to iron clothes to remove wrinkles.
On Sundays, I usually do the ironing for the week. On Sundays, I usually do the ironing for the week. He's doing the ironing while watching television. He's doing the ironing while watching television. Can you do the ironing for these shirts? Can you do the ironing for these shirts?
Number 21. Do well. It means to perform effectively or successfully.
I hope you do well on your exam. I hope you do well on your exam. She's doing well in her new job. She's doing well in her new job. They did well in the competition and won. They did well in the competition and won.
Number 22. Do an operation on someone. It means to perform a surgical procedure on someone.
The surgeon will do an operation on the patient tomorrow. The surgeon will do an operation on the patient tomorrow. They did an operation on his knee last year. They did an operation on his knee last year. She had an operation done on her after the accident. She had an operation done on her after the accident.
Number 23. Take responsibility. It means to accept the duty to deal with something.
You need to take responsibility for your actions. You need to take responsibility for your actions. He took responsibility for the error in the report. He took responsibility for the error in the report. The company took responsibility for the mistake and apologized. The company took responsibility for the mistake and apologized.
Number 24. Take an interest in. It means to show curiosity or care about something.
He's starting to take an interest in cooking. He's starting to take an interest in cooking. She took an interest in learning French. She took an interest in learning French. The child has taken an interest in music. The child has taken an interest in music.
Number 25. Take advantage of. It means to utilize an opportunity fully, sometimes unfairly.
Take advantage of the sale to buy your clothes. Take advantage of the sale to buy your clothes. Don't let others take advantage of your kindness. Don't let others take advantage of your kindness. She took advantage of the good weather to go hiking. She took advantage of the good weather to go hiking.